Joins us now. Good to see you.
Good to see you. We're going to be talking about something that I think a lot of people will be excited about, because I don't know about you guys, but are you members of a frequent flyer program?
Yes.
6 million people are actually members of Aeroplan, which is the biggest one in the country. But I do have some good news. So let's get to it. So if you travel for business, you may, or otherwise, you may have noticed some changes last year to your airline loyalty program. And it wasn't great news. The airlines have cut back on perks and made it way more difficult to collect them. That said, I wanted to bring some good news for frequent flyers or anyone booking air travel this year, starting with the price of first class seats. They are at an all-time low right now, which is really good news. And a lot of airlines have changed.
How low are we talking, Claire?
Probably about 20% lower than they've been.
Okay.
Which
They're
is really good
ridiculously
news.
high, you know.
They are ridiculously high. In some cases, an economy fare, when you look at business, it's 3 times the price. When you look at first class, it can be 6 times the price.
I know, which is, you know, for an extra drink and a hot towel and a cookie, that seems a bit excessive.
No. It's the lie flat bed that anybody would want.
Lie flat
So
bed.
first class a lot higher than business?
Much.
Much higher, okay.
Much higher.
One day I'll tell you what it's like when I get there.
I know. It really is something very, very special. Okay, so a lot of airlines have changed their revenue models so that they're actually selling more first class seats in a drastically lower price while upgrading fewer elites. Well, not great news for elites looking for free upgrades, but for everyone else, it's pretty good news. So airlines have also started to invest in international premium economy sections. So I'm not sure if any of you have ever been on an aircraft where you've seen a class of service that is between economy and business called premium economy.
Right, or economy plus sometimes.
Economy plus is another name for it. It's remarkable, and I don't think enough people know about this.
I really don't. I would never do it.
Is it more at the front of the plane?
Really.
Right. So it's just before economy, and it is so worth it in my mind. In some cases, it's as little as $100 or $150, $200 more. You get on the plane faster, you get the same types of meals as business class, and you usually get 5 inches more room, and you can recline quite a lot further.
Awesome.
And you're closer to that curtain. That.
I don't like that curtain. I want to see.
You want to see what they're getting, right?
Yeah, I kind of do.
It's segregation, Claire, at its finest. But,
Like a Seinfeld episode.
No, we are also now starting to see the airlines compete for the best international business class products. So when the airlines compete, it's all great news for travelers. United Airlines recently launched its lie flat seats and aisle access on international flights. Delta and American aren't too far behind with their respective premium products. There are quite a lot of frequent flyers who aren't so happy to see the airlines move to a revenue-based model for points, meaning that the more that you spend on the flights, the bigger the reward versus being rewarded for the number of miles you actually fly. But one piece of good news in all of this is that credit card companies have not changed their relationship with the travel industry. They're, in fact, aggressively pursuing business travelers, offering lavish point bonuses for credit card signups. Now, keep in mind that there are often annual fees involved with those rewarding cards, but still really worth keeping an eye out for. Now, some good news for Alaska Airlines customers, and a lot of us actually use them here in the Lower Mainland, is that it's the one airline that seems to have bucked the trend and kept the mileage plan locked into a distance space qualification. So how long that will last? Well, we'll have to wait and see, but to take advantage now if that travel option works for you. Can we talk about some deals? Or?
We can. I just want to talk a little bit more about points because I am addicted to it. You know, I'll use my credit card at Starbucks because I want to get the points.
You should. Absolutely.
I should, right? Yeah,
you absolutely should. And I know people get frustrated because when they call in, they're not getting the customer service that they need. They're not getting the seats that they really want because they're booking quite soon. It's always been that if you can book 10 months out, when they open those
seats. The seats are there if you book that far in advance, yes.
Yeah, and they, I'm not sure that you saw the media release that came out yesterday by Air Miles, but they've had a tough year. Last year was a really tough year from a customer service standpoint. They didn't have a lot of seats that were available for points, and people weren't redeeming them. There were 6 billion points redeemed, but there's a lot of people holding those blue Air Miles cards.
Right.
So good news, they're really looking into making sure that we all get better customer service and more access to seats. So I think it's worth it. Like everything that you can get points on, a credit card that gives you points to your Aeroplan or whatever program you're part of, such a great way. Get it for gas, get it for groceries. It's the only way that you're going to add up. Otherwise, you sure have to fly a lot.
You do, and I don't fly that much.
And
but I buy a lot of groceries.
Yeah, that's right.
And a lot of gas.
Yeah.
You have
Don't
to
we all?
pay off the credit cards. That's
That's it. And so you only do it for the things that you have the cash for, but then you might as well get the
You have
points
to be
for it.
responsible. You're not
Yes,
saying
you
just
do.
go
Of
shopping and
course.
spend $20,000 so you can get a flight to Calgary.
No,
You mean
I'm not saying that at all. Thank you for clarifying that. Okay, let's talk about deals.
Yeah.